8 essential items people overlook. As preppers, we stockpile many emergency supplies and things we think will help us in being self sufficient or survive. We all hoard food and water, but there are items many of us forget or don't consider important enough to buy them. Unfortunately, if a disaster occurs or STHF, they realize that they're not as prepared as they thought, and they will regret not buying those items while they could. I am making this video to save you from making this mistake. Number 1 is water. Every prepper thinks he has enough water until an emergency occurs. You need a gallon a day per person. For a family of 4, that's 4 gallons a day. Yeah, I'm good at math. So, if you want a month's supply of water, you need 120 gallons. That's a huge amount of water. Conclusion? You need more water than you think. Hoard as much water as you can. Number 2, clothes and shoes. Many of us forget to hoard clothes and shoes. I will not explain to you how important they are for survival. You need to stockpile clothes and shoes because they are difficult to produce yourself. I can't imagine me making a winter coat or winter boots. But if you're able to do it yourself, you will certainly thrive after the collapse. Clothes and shoes will always be on demand, and even more when clothes stores will be closed. Number 3, stove and fuel. Stockpiling food and water is very good, but if you can't cook or boil your water, you won't be able to eat the food you stored. Please don't forget to buy a camp stove and some fuel. You can also learn how to start a fire and build or purchase your own wood stove for a long-term use. Number 4 is cookware and dishes. Other products which are very difficult to produce. Even if you can, you will save a lot of time by buying them. It's useless to remind you how important a knife or a pan is. Number 5 is seeds. Your stockpile should be only for emergencies. If you really want to be self-reliant and last in time, you have to grow your own food. To grow your food, you need seeds. That's simple. So you should store 1 or 2 years' supply. 6. Containers and jars. Other items usually preppers don't stockpile. They are essential to store food or water. If you think preserving food, you need many jars, whatever technique you use. Acid, lactic fermentation, canning, etc. The can be used to store seeds, salt, spices, or honey. Number 7 is writing instruments and books. Pens, pencils, and paper will be very expensive in an after-collapse world. They are also essential to educate your children and take notes, like drawing a garden plan, writing the dates when you seed it, labeling food expiration dates, etc. Look for good education books for children and also books to refer to, like gardening or first aid. A good quality manual pencil sharpener will become a precious commodity at home. It will help make tinder from twigs. Number 8, toothbrushes and toothpaste. Buy a toothbrush per 3 months for each member of the family, and 6 toothpastes for a year's supply. Another method is DIY toothpaste. You store the ingredients and can produce it for a long time period. Recipes are available online. And of course, be sure to download your free ebook, Survive the Crisis, the ultimate preparedness guidebook, by subscribing today at survivethecrisis.org. When you do so, you'll also receive an additional free gift.